Sunfish HR Service has the Performance Setting module, which enables the authorized user to manage the advanced performance form setting in Performance Period Setting. The Advanced Performance Form Setting comprises more complex configuration, in which you can configure the period component score types such as weight, target, achievement type, and lookup value. This video will show you how to manage the Advanced Performance Period Setting. Now, let's go to Setting. Performance Setting. Performance Period Setting menu. Afterwards, you'll see the records of performance period recorded into the system. Let's begin adding a new performance period. Click the plus button to open the Add Form of Performance Period. There are some fields marked with an asterisk indicating that the fields are required to be filled. As you can see, the performance period code has been automatically filled. Continue by filling in the next field. Type in the performance period name. You can type it in 2 languages. In the next field, it is not required for you to choose the option. It is only in case that you want to set the performance period by copying from another existing performance period. If you choose to copy from another period, you will only have to fill the period stages. On the other hand, if you really want to configure the new performance period, select Not Specify. It will direct you to the previous setting. In the Score Type field, you'll see a plus button next to it. If you click this button, you can set a new score type. However, you can also select the score type from the option list by clicking on the suggestion tip icon. Then, select the conclusion score by clicking on the suggestion tip icon either. Next, select Yes in the normal curve percentage field if you want to set the percentage of each scoring type. Type in the distribution percentage. The distribution percentage has to reach 100%. This distribution percentage will then be used as a consideration for employees' salary increment. Move to Period Stages section. Type in the start and end period of evaluation, or click on the calendar icon to select the date. After determining the evaluation period, the reference date field will be automatically filled with the end date of evaluation period. However, you still can change the reference date by either typing a new date or clicking on the calendar icon. Continue by typing in the planning start and end date. Do similar steps to the final evaluation start and end date as well. Next, start filling in other fields. In this section, you can select the checkbox of period components to select which component to be included in this performance period. There are 6 period components here: appraisal, organization unit KPI, personal KPI, competency, task, and feedback. Let's select the period components. Once you select the period components, you're required to input the weight. Then, choose the achievement type by unfolding the selection box. As you can see, you can also use the lookup function to set the lookup value by your own. In the method field, there are 3 options. The first option means that the lookup score will be retrieved from the score in achievement column divides the target score. The second option means that the lookup score is retrieved from the score in achievement column minus the target score. The last option is to set the lookup score similar to the achievement score. Afterwards, select the symbol. Type in the value. The reset button is used to restore the field to the initial condition. When done, click Save to record the setting. Next, you'll see the button next to the lookup field. If you click Configure, you can configure the selected period component manually. In this window, start selecting the position. Select an option or multiple options with CTRL plus mouse click, then move it to the right box. Similar steps for selecting the appraisal library. Remember that you have to select the position and appraisal library before configuring the tabs below. Click Set Table to enable that configuration for each tab. The number of rows provided depend on the number of your selection in position and appraisal library. In Default tab, you can set the weight. Afterwards, choose the achievement type. The setting here is default for the appraisal library in general. Meanwhile, you can also set the weight specifically for certain position in certain appraisal library. Next, go to the next tab, which is Target. In this tab, you can set the value for each appraisal for certain position. Type in the value. Furthermore, go to Achievement Type tab. Choose the achievement type that you want to set for certain position. Unfold the selection box and select an option. Then, on the Lookup Achievement tab, you can set the method for the appraisal by clicking the plus button. You can choose either to set the method and symbol or just leave it. Finally, click Submit. Then, your configuration on the period component will be saved. Then, click Cancel to return to the previous page. You can do the same steps for another period component. Next, if you want to configure the weight of component for different position, click on Component Configuration button. After a pop-up window appears, select which position to be configured. You can select an option, or select multiple options with CTRL plus mouse click, and move it to the right box. Then, click Set Table. Now, type in each weight in each period component for the selected position. Once you've finished, click Submit to save changes. It will direct you to the previous page. The last thing that you need to do is to give notes if necessary. If one row is not enough, you can add another row for giving notes by selecting the number of row in total notes selection box. At last, click Submit. Finally, the new performance period that you have just saved will appear on the record. If you intend to edit the performance period record, click on the period code link. Then, the same page as the app page will appear. If no change is to be made on this page, click Cancel and it will direct you to the previous page.